汇集天下大事，聚焦华人热点。西雅图中文电台网络电视。
That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We are a country of so many different peoples that I am blessed that you're here and willing to represent and help me get reelected. Because to me, having folks that represent both the Asian cultures of immigrants as well as someone that's been in the United States for a long time and understands the kind of challenges of integrating into a community really matters. And more as Bellevue becomes a city where half of the community is not white, the more that we have folks that understand what that experience might be like to come from a different country, the more that I think our policies will be richer for it. I will tell you, when I ran 2 years ago, I was talking with someone about my signs. And I said, you know, I really want to use a bridge. And this was at a time when we had a national election and there was a lot of talk about a wall. So I had people saying to me, are you sure you want to do a bridge? Because that may not be a very good symbol. But I'll tell you why I chose a bridge. I chose it because it is about how we as a community come together to solve problems. Because as we continue to grow in our community, we have a lot of challenges that we need to work on. And the more that we come together and build bridges and relationships, the more we're going to get things done together. And my hope today is that as you sit here and you look around this room, that you meet some new people. And you learn some new perspectives, and you have some fun. And ultimately, I want to hear from you about what's working and what's not working, because we can only make it better if we do it together. Can we do it? Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. So, levels, you need to re-elect Janice Zahn. If you care about education, you care about safe routes to school, and all the transportation decisions that are necessary to make it possible for people from all over Bellevue to get to their schools safely and get a good education, you want to re-elect Janice Zahn. If you care about the environment, and you care about getting things done in Bellevue in a way that keeps our streams clean and our fish coming back to spawn, everything that we do in Bellevue development needs to have that factor in it, and we want to re-elect Janice Zahn. If you care about community, you care about giving everybody an opportunity to be a part of Bellevue and have a voice in Bellevue, one of the most important jobs that a council member does is to appoint commissioners and board members. And Janice Zahn needs to have that opportunity to elect the people that she wants to represent the community, to have the voice on our boards and commissions. So we need to re-elect Janice Zahn. And lastly, if you care at all about my sanity, you will re-elect Janice Zahn.
Live, to raise a family, to start a business, to enjoy the parks, to get a great education. It is an incredible city. And when I was mayor of the city of Bellevue, we sat down and we said we need to think about the vision for the future of Bellevue. And we wrote a new vision statement. And the first two sentences of that statement are, Bellevue welcomes the world. Our diversity is our strength. Thank you. That's the first thing that we wanted to say when we talk about the city of Bellevue, that we are a welcoming place for everyone. And we are a very successful city. We are booming with jobs, with growth, with people coming from all over who want to be in our city. But this causes challenges. It causes challenges. I was hearing tonight about the traffic. Many of us went through it to get here tonight, right? And it causes problems with housing. Is there enough housing for everybody we need to live in our community? We hear about our police officers can't afford to live in the community, our nurses, our teachers, our police chief couldn't afford a house in Bellevue. And so we've got to really tackle these problems, and the answers aren't simple. We need people who are thoughtful, who are not just there for politics and to make a good name for themselves or to make a headline. We need people who can work with the community and help to bring our vision of the community to life and protect what's great about Bellevue while evolving into a dynamic world city. And that person is Janice. Janice can do all of that for us. Before Janice ran for council, I was one of the people, probably one of many people, but I was one of the people who sat down with her and really encouraged her to run. Because she is so smart, she cares, she's hardworking, she's in the community all the time. Not every elected official does that. And I want to call out Councilmember Larry Gossett, who walked in, because he's out in the community a lot. He isn't even from Bellevue, and here he is tonight to support Janice. So thank you, Councilmember. So we are so fortunate to have somebody so accomplished and smart and hardworking and caring who shares our values on the city council. And also she's great. I mean, she's really fun to be around. So let's get her reelected. Let's not let somebody come and take away our great council member. Let us make sure that she can get out the word and we all vote for her and help her with our funds to have a great campaign and to show how strong she is for the city of Bellevue. Let's get Janice Zahn reelected. Thank you all so much.
When she is talking to the oldest person of color who has been an elected official in this county for 25 years. And because of all that experience I have, I know talent when I see it. And Janice has talent, and I look forward to working with her a little more in the future than I've had in the past. So it's really great that all of you are here. So let's just have fun. Let's figure out various ways that we can do to help her get reelected. And then let's give a little thought to some of the other progressive-minded elected officials in this room tonight and try to figure out how we can help them. Thank you very much.
It is about the relationships. So our ability to get things done in our region, in Bellevue, in King County, relies on our ability to be able to pick up the phone, talk to somebody, and be able to explain the kind of challenges that we have in order to get things done. So the proudest part of having these endorsements from the Lieutenant Governor, Cyrus Habib, earlier today, King County Executive Dow Constantine stopped in for just a few minutes. I'm so thankful that he said he had 5 other events tonight, but he chose to spend just a couple of minutes here. Those things matter. About a month ago, I got endorsed by the Bellevue Mayor, John Chelmanek, and I will tell you, he is also very smart. And here's what he said to me: I'm not going to make a decision about endorsing you until I know who's running in this seat. And the next day, after the filing closed, I got a message from him saying, I'm 100% behind you, go get it. Wow. The other thing that I think about, that I'm proud of, is the fact that all 6 of our legislators in Bellevue, 2 state senators and 4 representatives, have all endorsed me because they understand that I am going to take the time to understand what the issues are so that we can get to root causes and figure out how to solve problems. And they value that, and I value the fact that I can pick up the phone and I can talk to them and try to get to common interests, share stories that I'm hearing when I'm out in the community about the challenges that we have in our area. That also matters. So the more that we connect, the more we can get things done. And I need your support in order to get there. So thank you so much for being here. Let's have some fun.
Thank you.
And our bodies healthier. And yet, in Bellevue, we had never acknowledged and recognized him. And so today at lunch, I was delighted to be able to bring a commendation from the city of Bellevue acknowledging his work. In addition to the research, he also has provided scholarships for the University of Washington so that we can train more doctors for rural areas. And so to me, making sure that when our community and our individuals are doing great work, that we want to make sure that their voices get heard and they get acknowledged is really very important as well.
同志们、朋友们，我虽然和梁浩婷不是很熟悉的，但是社区的许多同志、许多朋友认为梁浩婷几十年来为社区做出了许多鲜为人知的服务贡献。 因而，我代表社会各界，代表中美加友好协会，支持梁浩婷竞选议员。我希望在海外的华人应精诚团结，甄选一个国家。 一个政党，一个企业，一个社区，必须做大做强，甄选客观规律，忠孝诚信，求实创新，团结奋进，人民才能幸福快乐。谢谢各位。
All 5 sides of a square issue. I mean, I think that's partially the port to blame, but we need politicians that will listen to everybody's viewpoint, and she will create a consensus on issues that no one else believes that we should even try. So getting her elected was one of the greatest thrills of my political life. And now all of you need to keep her here to do the things that need to be done for the citizens of Bellevue. Janice, thank you very much for your hard work.
多多少少捐咗有285蚊，作埋支持佢嘅活動經費。我仲有一句，因為佢哋係競選，我啲仔女全部住啤圍，個個都係公民，我一定叫佢積極投票支持你。
So when Ms. Pom say that she gathered all the elders in Chinatown and they have donated $285 from the elders to support Janice for re-elected as the Bellevue City Council, and all her kids are the Bellevue residents, so she will let them know to support and vote for Janice re-elected.
风流一场，夜色热情长，淌过我心中的深水，你眼中都看到，我便已无一莲花尽。
今晚军情堂的时候，常在这里玩耍。高高的前门，仿佛挨着我的家。一捧衰草，几声蛐蛐叫，伴随它多了那灰色的年华。吃一串冰糖葫芦，就算多见看日。这一幅画呢，就是我们的新年，还有我们的邓先生，预祝我们梁浩婷女士竞选成功，马到功成。谢谢。